Ladies and gentlemen of the YSN universe, we welcome another guest for another week of NFL predictions. Today's guest is none other than Jake Blanco. Jake, introduce yourself, tell the people, how we know each other, and let's get to it.
What's up, guys? I'm Jake. I went to high school with Yanni, and we've known each other for a couple of years. We once we graduated, we kind of got out of touch, but football brought us back together. And I'm here today to do some picks, and I'm repping my Giants today.
There we go. So Jake did reach out, shout out Jake, he's a subscriber on the channel. He's like, yo, dude, let me get on. I was like, bet, dude, you got the next predictions episode. So we're here, we're ready to go. And Jake's Giants are 6-1. I would love to be repping my 4-3 Patriots, but there's no such thing. We're 3-4 Patriots. We lost to the Bears on prime time. Got almost 40 piece there. We're nice enough to take a knee after Bailey Zappi threw his second pick. So not great. I already addressed that yesterday in my State of the Union episode. But yeah, let's get to it. Jake, how do you feel about your 6-1 Giants? Brian Dayball putting his day balls on the table.
Yeah, man, I'm in love with Dable and Shane and like what they're doing up in the front office. I said to my whole house is Giants fans, and I told my roommates when we got Dable and Shane, I was like, this is going to change quickly. I did not expect for us to start out 6-1 or even start out the first 7 games above 500. To be honest, I said that our ceiling wins this year would be 8 games, and we're at 6 right now. And I think that just comes down to our defensive play. It's been absolutely spectacular with Wink as the defensive coordinator. And Daniel Jones has just been doing exactly what he needs to do. He's not doing anything. He's not putting up crazy Josh Allen numbers or anything like that, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do for us to win games.
I mean, if you look at your rest of your schedule, you could really be looking at a possible 9-1 Giants team. Because
Yeah.
we got the Seahawks, which we'll talk about later, the Texans, the Lions, Cowboys, which is like a fringe 50-50, Commanders, Eagles, which will be a good game. I mean, but who the hell knows at this point if they'll win or not. Commanders again, Vikings, that's kind of a tough one, and then Colts and Eagles. So that's at least like 4 very winnable games, maybe even 5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was saying to my roommates that like, look, we could realistically win 10 games after when we beat Green Bay and Baltimore and the past 2 weeks before Jacksonville. I was like, all right, we actually are competing for a chance at playoffs here. Because I'm obviously still in the boat of rebuild first. Yeah, like there's all these crazy rumors saying we need to trade for guys to win now, but this is just a step in the right direction the way we're playing.
100%. And I mean, I know we haven't talked about it in a long time, but if you know me personally, I'm always been the biggest Saquon guy. I've always been like, Saquon's the best running back in the league when healthy. Trust, trust, trust. And I got laughed at for, years in the group chat. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, and obviously I respect Derrick Henry. He's an insane monster. Like, but give me healthy Saquon and I'll take him over Derrick Henry any day.
Yeah,
100.
I'm the exact same way, bro. It's just I don't think there's one single person in the NFL that could tackle Saquon one-on-one in open field. And on top of that, Derrick Henry can't catch the ball like Saquon can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's as quick as Saquon is, but that's debatable just because he's so big. He just looks slow, even though he's really fast, really fast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I personally, just because I'm biased, I'll take Saquon all day. But I agree with the Derrick Henry stands.
Yeah, and if you want to, how do I say this? If you want to verify Jake's take about the one-on-one tackling, go watch Saquon's rookie highlight tape on YouTube. It's posted by the NFL. Just look up Saquon Barkley rookie year. Count how many times he gets tackled one-on-one. It's under maybe 2. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's
there's no
crazy.
way. All right, boys. Now we are on our way to predictions. We'll start off this Thursday. An interesting game. Don't know what to take of this one, but tonight the Ravens are at Tampa. They are going to play the Buccaneers. Bucks are really injury riddled right now. No Russell Gage, no Antoine Winfield. I think no Sean Murphy Bunting. Oh no, it's who's the other cornerback? Give me a second.
Yeah, it's Sean
Carlton
Murphy
Davis.
Bunting.
No Carlton Davis. And then is Sean Murphy Bunting out as well?
I don't know if he's out, but in my notes I have he has a quad injury and he was questionable.
Yeah. So Bucks are very hurt. I don't know if Julio's going to come back. I don't think he will. He's always been hurt this year. Ravens are going to be without Calais Campbell. Maybe Rashad Bateman as well. Jake, thoughts, predictions? Let's hear it.
Um, I think this game comes down to the Ravens DBs. If because Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters are nursing leg injuries. One's got a hammy and the other's got a quad. If they're not 100%, I think Brady finally has his like get back game, and he does what he's supposed to be doing and why he left his family to keep playing. If not, dude, I depending on if Hakeem Nicks and Antoine Winfield's out, you said 100%.
Let me go check the Pro Football Chase. I'm pretty sure he was out 100%, but I'll check again real quick. Let's see. I know Carlton Davis is looking like he's going to be out. Let's see. So let me go here. Okay, update. Bucks. Okay. Yeah. So Antoine Winfield Jr., concussion. Murphy Bunting, quad. Carlton Davis, Cameron Brate, Russell Gage are all out. Akeem Hicks is doubtful, and Julio Jones is game time decision.
Yeah, just because you said that, I'm switching my pick. I had Bucks covering, but now I think I'm just going to take the Ravens here. There's too many injuries.
Yeah. So, but to go off of that take, the Bucks, I had them winning last week's game as their get back game. All right, they were playing
Yeah.
the 1-5 Panthers. I was like, all right, you know what? They got this. They put up 3 points. 3 points against the Carolina Panthers. I'm not shitting on the Panthers because Steve Wilkes, he's a defensive guy. Maybe he got some shit right in game planning or whatever.
Yeah.
But 3 points is 3 points. I know Mike Evans did drop that open touchdown, but it doesn't matter. Like that's not good enough. So
Yeah.
I'm picking Lamar here. Lamar usually doesn't lose in Florida. So I'm gonna rock with Lamar and yeah, Ravens win.
Yep. I agree.
Next game we got is an electric matchup. This mother flower was Russell Wilson was doing high knees on the plane while everybody was sleeping. He's so weird, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Broncos are playing the Jaguars in London at 9:30. Oh my God. Nathaniel Hackett coaching against his old team where he had Blake the Boat Bortles going to the AFC Championship. But Nathaniel Hackett clearly can't coach an NFL team as a head coach. So I'm picking the Jaguars in this one. I know it's a kind of a hot take, but I have no faith in the Broncos whatsoever.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. So, mostly because London games are like home games for the Jaguars.
No, yeah,
They
facts. Yeah, they
play,
always play in London.
yeah, ridiculous amounts of games there. And I think after the James Robinson trade, that ETN is finally gonna fully not have that weight off his shoulders of like, I have to keep doing this so he doesn't come on the field over me kind of thing. And now that he can play comfortable and relax, I think he's going to start like balling out crazy. And this is the perfect game for him to do that because the Broncos defense is hurt. Baron Browning's out. I think Randy Gregory's still out. Their D line is riddled. I'm going to go with the Jags here.
All right, there we go. So 2 Jags picks for us. We move on to the next game, a weird one. Miami at Detroit. I'm going with the Dolphins here. Dan Campbell, big time football guy, biting off kneecaps. I like it, but
Yeah.
can he game plan an actual game? Can he start winning games? I don't know. They're currently 1-5, I think, because they had a bye week already. Let me go double check that. That's correct, 1-5. I mean, as a Patriots fan in the AFC East, I really hope they somehow make an upset against the Dolphins. That'd be great, but I don't think I can pick against them. So I'm going with Miami on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. I just think that this game's going to come down to what team makes the stop. And I trust Miami's defense better. And I'm just hoping this is one of those games where it's like 45-38 and it's just a touchdown every other play and we could see some fun.
That'd be great. That's like every NFL fan's dream as a neutral.
Yeah.
All right, Jake. Next game, we got the Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. PJ Walker confirmed making his second consecutive start. Falcons were going to go with Marcus Mariota, obviously, and Cordell Patterson is not yet back. I think he's 1 game out. So it's a tough one to call right here. Panthers are coming off a big win, but, I like Atlanta at home. I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Mariota just outplays Walker, and the Falcons being 6-1 against the spread, they're going to put up points, and I don't think that the Panthers are as good of a team as they're being given credit for. I know they're really bad, but they're being given credit a lot for their win last week. And, we'll see tonight if that was actually for real with the Bucks game. But I just think that the Falcons pull this one out and Drake London has his first massive game in the NFL.
So the Falcons didn't cover last week, the first time.
Yeah, yeah. They it was against the Bengals, I think.
Okay, yeah. Joe Burrow went crazy. I remember that. All right, Jake. Next game, we got the Cardinals at the Vikings. The Cardinals will once again be without Marquise Hollywood Brown as he's still nursing that foot injury. But DeAndre Hopkins is back, and he made a statement last week: 10 catches for over 100 yards, no touchdown, but still show that he's the top receiver in the NFL. The Vikings, however, are sitting at 5-1, coming off a bye as well. I'm pretty sure. I can double check that. Yes, that's correct. It's a hard one to call. Cardinals are 3-4, Vikings 5-1. This is at Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, people have been saying, "Oh, look at Kirk for MVP." But he's had a couple shaky ones. I'm not really sure how to call this. I'm usually a Cardinals guy, but I don't think they've shown me enough this year. I'm putting my faith in Kirk Cousins. All right, last time I picked the Vikings, they lost the freaking Eagles on primetime. We'll see how this goes, but I'm picking the Vikings. I do have Kyler and D-Hop my fantasy team, so I hope it doesn't go their way, but I will pick the Vikings in terms of my pick'ems.
I would consider benching Kyler because COD is coming out like
Nice.
tomorrow, I think. So I literally have in my notes double XP Vikings coming off by Vikings by 11.
So here's the thing, Jake. In my main league, we're doing 2 QB league, which was arguably the biggest mistake we could have ever done. Because if you look at our waivers now, the only QB available is Trey Lance. So there's no starting quarterback that's available. So we're all like, we have to start whoever we have.
Yeah,
Like people
I'm
are
in a
like,
league like that too.
yeah. So it's rough.
My
So
quarterbacks are literally Kyler and Derek Carr in that league.
yeah, my quarterbacks are Kyler and Tom Brady. And I traded Rodgers at the beginning of the year. So I was like, okay, listen, he's doing shitty. Like I made a good move, right? I got Tom
Yeah.
Brady. The touchdowns will come, right? And they haven't yet. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
a tough one
we
right
need
now.
him. We need him tonight, man. Because
Yeah,
I
definitely. All right, Jake. Next game, another interesting one. Bears coming off a big win against the Patriots. Cowboys coming off a win against the Lions. They are at home again in Arlington or Fort Worth. I'm not sure where Jerry World is, but yeah, Bears Cowboys. Jake, what are you saying?
I just think that Dallas's defense is too good for the Bears O line, and I honestly think the Bears make this game competitive. But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys here.
I'll say the same thing. You saw how Matt Judon was terrorizing Justin Fields. I mean, just imagine Michael Parsons. I mean,
Yeah, bro, exactly.
that's just the way it is. So I'll go Cowboys on this one as well. All right. Next game is the Las Vegas Raiders. Your fantasy quarterback Derek Carr at the New Orleans Saints. Confirmed Andy Dalton will be the starter. Listen, the Raiders started off the season very poorly. They were 1-4. Now they're kind of bouncing back. Josh Jacobs has got 3 games in a row of 100+ yard games. He's looking like, listen, you guys decline my 5th-year option. I'm here and I want to stay. And
Yeah.
he's on a freaking tear. Devontae Adams still doing his thing. Darren Waller, I think, is out though. I can't confirm nor deny, but I think he's out. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders in this one. I know the Saints are at home, but I think Derek Carr pulls this one off.
Yeah, I have the Raiders as well. I have written down that if Winston plays, Saints by 7, but Winston's not playing, so I'm gonna go with Vegas here. There's just too much offensive firepower in Vegas that the Saints DB unit is just not going to be able to stop.
Yeah, facts. I definitely agree with that. And losing CJ Gardner Johnson has been huge for that team this year. I mean, they've been getting beat over the top consistently. And yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the Saints. I don't know what their plan is, especially with Dennis Allen, but I guess we'll have to
Yeah.
see for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Eagles were calling the Saints about Alvin Kamara, which is insane because they literally just got Robert Quinn yesterday. So
Yeah, I saw that the Saints were calling the Rams about Cam Akers because they wanted to try to pair the two of them up.
mhm.
I don't.
That wouldn't be a bad duo, but then again, you leave Mark Ingram in the dust in that one.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Shout out Rashid Shaheed though, top 5 name in the NFL.
Yeah, and shout out Kevin White, bro. Just came out of nowhere and caught a 65-yard bomb.
I wanted him to score so bad, man.
Same, bro. I would have been so good.
Shout out Kevin White, man, OG first rounder. But we go to
Yep.
the next game. It's a battle of Pennsylvania. We got the Steelers at Philadelphia. I mean, this should be pretty easy. I'm going with the Eagles in this one. I think the Eagles win by double digits.
I'm gonna shock you here. I think that the Steelers win this game because they get to Hurts. I think that if TJ Watt plays, which they're saying that he's trending to play, I think if he plays, the Steelers come out and win this game.
That's a big, big.
Yeah, and that's my big take of the weekend. Is if Pickett is not a bum. Like, I don't like the slander this man's been getting. I liked him coming out of college. I truly thought he was the QB1 in this draft. And I think that if he can get Muth, Deontay Johnson, and Pickens involved the way he should, they can win this game.
I think the big handicap for them just recently, obviously, you're going to struggle as a rookie quarterback. It is what it is. I'm not judging him too hard, but Matt Canada, his play calling has been very subpar.
Oh, so poor.
Yeah. So
They're not even utilizing Najee Harris the way that he should be, and it's just so frustrating to see.
yeah, I drafted Najee, I think, in the first or second round, and I traded him week 3 because I knew this was going to happen.
He was my RB1 coming into fantasy this year. He was him 1, Saquon 2, and Derrick Henry 3. And I was all in on Najee this year, but it's just he's not doing what he should be, and it is because of the play calling of Canada.
Yeah. Jake, next game is a special one to me. We're traveling to the Meadowlands to MetLife to play the 5-2 Jets. I mean, what the hell is going on? I'm losing my mind. You know me, I can't pick against my boys, so I'm gonna have to rock with the Patriots. Do I have 100% confidence that we're gonna win? No. But yeah, I'm picking Pats. I got to ride with my boys.
Yeah, I got the Patriots too. I think that Pat's coming off a loss like that at home with Belichick is not a good look. But I have a low scoring game, a potential defensive touchdown maybe, and I have the Patriots winning the game.
I sure hope that comes true, brother. I sure hope so. Speaking of Derrick Henry, the Titans are traveling to Houston to take on the Texans. If Ryan Tannehill loses this, I have no excuses for him. Titans winning.
Yeah, I got the Titans blowout. Henry always does his thing against the Texans. I don't think this is a close game at all.
Yeah. Jake, next game is close to you.
Yeah.
So the only game this week between two teams with a winning record, the New York Giants at the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith revenge game, question mark. Who knows? Jake, your thoughts. Give me some moderate to deep analysis on this one. We got some time.
So both teams are piss poor when it comes to run defense this year. And of course, both teams have great running backs. So this is just going to become the Saquon and Kenneth Walker show, I think. My biggest question as a Giants fan is, can we keep up with their offense scoring? I know DK's out, but the Giants lost Daniel Bellinger last week for what looks like the season. Evan Neal's out for a couple weeks. Joshua Azudu's out. Our O-line's a little beat up. Thankfully, this is a weak Seahawks D-line. It's not what we're used to seeing growing up with the Seahawks. But with the way that we've been playing and how we rally in the fourth quarter as a team, I think that we can win this game. But we're going to have to put up 30 points to do it.
I mean, yeah, like you said, DK is out. That's a huge loss for the Seahawks. But Kenneth Walker, he's playing like a top 10 back right now. He's going insane. I wrote about this in my last article. His low center of gravity, his elusiveness, his vision is all looking like top tier. I mean, I'm just
looking at these past 2 weeks, bro. He when he turns the corner, you're not catching him.
Yeah, he definitely should have been a Heisman finalist over Aiden Hutchinson. I still believe that to this day. I had Breece Hall and him as my RB1, RB2 in this year's draft. I think they were criminally underrated when it comes to selection because I think teams are still kind of fearing picking a running back in the first round, which I get. It is what it is. But those guys are special, and I think they'll be in the league for a very long time. I hope Breece Hall recovers quickly. But, yeah, I'm going with the Giants in this one too. They've won too many close games for me to not have faith in them. I think, like I said, Brian Daboll puts his day balls on the line every time he goes out there to coach. And, yeah, I love this Giants team. I mean, obviously the Giants have caused me a lot of pain in my life, but I still love Saquon. I really love Kadarius Toney. Is he going to see the field this week or is he still out?
I believe he's going to be out, but I think he's just not wanting to play anymore, bro. I'm not even going to lie. Like,
you think so?
His mentality towards the game is just not where it should be. And if he plays, I think he is the most elusive player in football, probably. It is so hard to put your hands on that dude when he has the ball in his hands. And he just needs to have the ball in his hands as much as possible. And if he gets on the field and plays this week, I think we can actually chalk that up as a win for us.
Dude, that 2-game stretch last year against the Saints and Cowboys, I was like, oh my God, Kadarius Toney has arrived. Like, this guy is insane. And I wrote in my before the season article, I said for my players to watch, I said, watch Kadarius Toney because he's going to be a dog. Like, he's going to have a full year, new head coach, new offensive scheme. Just watch him. And he just hasn't been able to see the field. And when he was on the field, I think he only had 2 targets this year.
Yeah, it was game one. He had literally, or no, game one he didn't even like play. It was game two. He had 2 targets, 1 catch, and he had like 12 yards. It was nothing what it should be. And like when he came out of Florida, I was like, dude, this guy's gonna be like the next Dante Hall. Like he is insane. Like I love that we traded back to get him. And I thought that he was gonna end up being gross, but he's just got bad hamstrings, dude. He tweaked his left hamstring in week 2. He was out till week 4. Then in week 5, he tweaked his right hamstring in practice. And then I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago, he retweaked his left one. So at this point, I just think that bro's just not stretching enough. Like,
yeah, like he has to get the LeBron James cryotherapy routine or something, man.
Yeah, bro, get on the TB12 method. Like, get your legs right. You 20. He's the same age as us, and he can't even run right now.
Avocado ice cream. So we move on to an electric game. Taylor Heineke versus Sam Ehlinger. What the hell? I don't even know what to call this game. I mean, the Colts is Shaquille Leonard back? I don't know. The Commanders are coming off beating Aaron Rodgers. What's going on in the NFL, man? Strictly based off the fact that my boy Marty is horns down to the T, and the Commanders just won against the Packers. I'll pick the Commanders in this one. Until Sam Ehlinger proves me otherwise, I'm not going to have any faith in him. So we'll see. Jake, what do you think?
Yeah, I got the Commanders here just because I love Taylor Heineke, bro. He's so fun to watch. Like, and dude always covers, bro. So like, if you're a betting man, take the Commanders to cover this week. They will do it.
I respect that. Listen, Taylor Heineke is like just chaos. Just
really, he's the definition of chaos.
They were crying out to bench him for Sam Howell in the first half. Comes out like lasers Harry for a touchdown, like a 46-yarder. Sure, why not? I mean, it's looking like Carson Wentz's time as a starter in the NFL is coming to an end. Unfortunately, I like the guy. I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad dude, and he clearly has some talent, but it's not looking like it's working out for him anywhere. And the Carson Wentz roller coaster, of his play, it's kind of similar to Heineke, but I think Heineke, he has the ability to kind of evade the criticism a little bit because he's such a meme and like how people like him. It's like,
it's expected for him to fuck up kind of thing.
Yeah. But as a number 2 overall pick, a former like MVP frontrunner, they're like, why is Carson Wentz playing like this? So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
A different narrative. And I mean, narratives in sports is definitely a whole nother conversation that I can talk about for hours, but it's definitely something about that. But Jake, we move on. During Sean McVay's tenure as the Rams head coach, they've beaten the 49ers one time. And that one time was last year's NFC Championship. They're in Los Angeles once again, and I still am picking the Niners to win. I know the Niners are coming off getting pretty smacked by the Chiefs at Levi Stadium. Don't care. They always beat the Rams for some reason. And the Rams right now, Stafford is looking a little shaky. I think he has 6 touchdowns, 8 picks. I could be wrong. But, yeah, I'm picking the Niners in this one. Jake, what do you think?
I think that the Rams coming off a bye and all the cards being stacked against McVay with this matchup, and Deebo Samuel absolutely embarrassed Jalen Ramsey last time they played. And I will say this till the day he retires, he is the best cornerback in football, and I think he just absolutely does his thing against Deebo. CMC, I don't think he's going to fully set into this offense yet. I got the Rams in this game, and I'm also taking it low scoring. I think it's going to be just a boring game that the Rams win by a field goal at the end.
Debo is currently day to day. Didn't practice yesterday with a hamstring strain, so that's something to watch for sure. But
Yeah.
I would love to see CMC have a breakout game against this Rams defense, but we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, I'd like to see him have a breakout game too. He needs one.
Yeah. Jake, Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers and his ayahuasca self traveling to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Bills. Sunday Night Football. Is there any way the Bills lose this game?
I don't think there's any shot. I mean, unless Aaron Rodgers smokes on before the game. I think the Bills win this game by 10 plus. This should be easy for them.
Yeah, I'm agreeing here. There's no way Josh Allen loses this game, or at least I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's Stephon Diggs, mortal lock for a touchdown. So anytime scorer, bet that. I bet the odds are pretty shitty, but if you're a betting guy, bet that.
Yeah.
Jake, last game of the week. We got Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Cleveland to take on Jacoby Brissett and is it the 2-6 or 2-5 Cleveland Browns? So Cleveland, it's not looking good. Stefanski, he won Coach of the Year. You know, Baker won a playoff game, 40-piece of Steelers at Heinz Field. You know, people were like, all right, new era of the Browns. Here we go. Last year, Baker messes up his labrum in his shoulder. Plays hurt throughout the whole year. A couple own linemen get hurt. Odell traded. It's just and it has done a complete 180 for the Browns.
Yeah.
And they gave $230 million to a guy who was currently facing a bunch of charges. We all know what they are. Don't want to get flagged by YouTube. But yeah, so I'm picking the Bengals in this one. I don't know what Cleveland's doing in terms of their plan because he doesn't come back until week 11, right?
Yeah, against the Texans.
Yeah, of course. Shout out NFL scriptwriter.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm picking the Bengals in this one. So how do you feel about?
Yeah, I got the Bengals too. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and that offense has finally gotten back in their groove, and I just don't see them losing this game. I mean, it is divisional, so it could be a trap game for the Bengals, but I think that they're just too good. There's too many guys that he could throw the ball to that the Browns just can't match up with. I mean, Denzel Ward is going to take one of those guys, hopefully, out of the game. But after that, you know, what is it? Greg Newsome and a bunch of just bums back there. I don't
greedy.
Yeah, I don't think they're winning this game. I got the Bengals.
So I know last week, I'm pretty sure Denzel Ward sat out. He had a concussion. Pretty sure of that. But he could be back this week. Who knows? Before we end this episode, I just want to highlight next Thursday's game. It's Jalen Hurts' homecoming against the Houston Texans. That's going to be disgusting. Another Thursday night clunker. Unless the Eagles like 50-piece them, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, this wraps up week, what is it, 7 this week? No, it's week 8. Week 8. We already did 7. Yeah. The weeks are flying by. The Patriots are 3-4. Somebody help me, please. Jake, thank you for coming on, brother. Appreciate
you for having me, bro. Would love to come back.
Supporting, subscribe. Appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Yanni Sports Nation. I'm signing out. Baby, baby girl.